Shadim Shari. Hopefully, it will be a green paradise Friday for all of us, right? Um, if not, maybe next week would be the bottom for some of us. At least for me, finger crossed, right? I make some big bets this past 2 weeks, so feast or famine. All right, Friday, October 25th. Let's run through a bunch of Chinese stock. Well, let's start out with FXI. Let's go in order. All right, they had a big pop, big run up, and then they top out, right? And the question is it time to return? As you can see, it basically popped to where rev high was. Okay, let's go back even further. Let's go back 10 years. Okay, you see that? Let's draw it. I don't trade FXI often or ever. This is the, I have looked at it, but it's not something I trade. Much like any other major indices, I don't trade SPY, DIA, IWM, QQQ. It's just not my style. But if it is your style, wouldn't you say that's a good zone right there? I say so, right? Because look, it came in. As always, a pandemic low is kind of crazy, but yeah, it popped right into that zone of resistance, and not surprisingly, it sold off. Now the question is, let's draw in the fib. Getting into the habit of doing the fib. 37.5 right there. All right, the fib is in. It came down basically to where the 38.2 fib is and bounced. Where would be a good spot for the patient people? Remember, tax loss is over at the end by next Thursday, but I don't think there is a whole lot of tax loss selling in FXI. After all, it went to the high of the year right here, right? So the question is not tax loss. The question is where's the next area to buy. I think if it come down again to the 38.2 fib and stabilize, that might be the spot. But if it come down to the 50 MA, I like that because the 50 MA confluence with the gap up low, that's a no-brainer, right? Sure, can you do another gap? The next gap down line up perfectly with the 100 MA. So the two spot. Is it unthinkable that it will come down to that? No. China is in a deep recession, and this is all short covering, all right? They brought out the bazooka to print money over there to try to boost the economy. But as I stated here and in the chat group many times, rate cuts does not help the people that are completely broke. KWEB, for those that want to do the KWEB instead, same thing here. Okay, let's do the fib. I don't trade KWEB that often either. It's been a long time. It's been maybe 3 or 4 years. 39.17. There we go. I would say, look at this. Look, the red flow is right on the 50 fib, right? So once again, as always, beat the dead horse here. we go level to level, right? So that's would be a spot that you might want to buy if you want to restart a position. I know some people in the group trade the KWEB, the FXI. I don't. But the gap fill down here, I like it more. Okay, I'm more patient with these things. They are very volatile, right? Very volatile. No need to chase it. Use your TA as your guide. Now, what I do trade is, of course, you know, the BIDU, the BABA, the MLCO, the Looking Coffee. All right, boy, was I glad to exit BIDU. Sure, did I exit too early? Absolutely, right? For me to get out at 101, 102 seemed like a good idea at the time, but hey, I missed out on another 10, 12%, 13%, but that's all right. Is it better to get out up here than hold on and see this? Easy come, easy go. Where is it now? All right, so let's do the fib. Let's not do the guessing game. All right, the next fib is basically where it is. Okay, the 78.6 fib is yeah, I like okay, I like BIDU here. It filled the gap, so there is basically it has filled all the gap, right? So the two big gap above, it's filled, easily filled. It's not even, it's like hot knife through butter. I'd say the safe thing to do would be to do an 85-80 put spread. If outright adding share, buying share, I say 88-ish. But it looked like right now pre-market is bouncing. That's all right, no chasing, you know the rule. But I like BIDU down here. 88, I would restock. BABA, which is a few months back, I traded BABA more than BIDU, and then I flipped a couple months ago, and that was a mistake. BABA was a better stock to trade. So is it the same this time? It is the same this time around. Now, once again, it filled one gap. The low of the gap up is lining up with the 50 MA. So once again, 50 MA might be a good spot to restock for those that active trading BABA 93. But to me, the better spot is right here, the gap fill, because it's lined up with this area right here. Okay, so that was a high, and then it got there, and then they gap up. So that should be good support right there. So 90.5-ish, between 91 and 90.5 might be a good spot. The gap fill is 91.15, right? So if you want to play 91 down to the other gap fill, see the other gap fill down here is lining up kind of with the 100 MA. So for me, a way to play this is sell put spread 85-80. That might be a very good area to restock BABA. But 85-80 is a good put play because you have a double gap and double MA as your protection zone. All right, so yeah, I like it. I like BABA. That's a good trade right there if there is juice. Okay, I don't know if there's juice, but let's take a look. Talk about it. Let's take a look. Go out next Friday. Let's see. Is there anything at 88? Yeah, not bad. Right? 15 cents. Not bad. Especially when it's way down there, right? 15 cents. Yeah, you're talking very, very deep below. So I like it. I like BABA down there as far as put. Looking Coffee. For me, down here, all right, 21, 22. I would love for those that follow my trade on Looking, right? We bought Looking below 20 a few times and made good money. So yeah, would I buy at 21.5? Yeah, I wouldn't hate it, but anything below 20, yeah, bring it on. Okay, anything below 20 is an easy decision. Um, Once again, I hope you're smart enough to get out on the pop, right? It's it's probably a higher growth company compared to Baba, Baidu, and many other Chinese stock, but at the same time, it is a pink sheet company, all right? Last for today, MLCO, all right. I got stopped out at 7.6. Not complaining, especially when it's $1 lower, right? So I was happy to exit my fairly large position as far as share count. Is it back to where I want to buy? I have an order in at the 50 MA. Okay, so if it came down to the order was 6.35, I'm just gonna leave it there. I put it in a couple days ago, 6.35. So yeah, I don't mind 6.35 all the way down to 5. Yeah, I don't mind doing that at all. Now, out of all the Chinese stock, this one likely can go lower more on tax loss selling because it was in the 8 and 9 area. All right, so on percentage wise, yeah, anything that has 20% or more decline year to date or from the high of the year to date is a candidate for tax loss selling. So there could be pressure that will push it down to the 50 MA. So for me, 50 MA and the gap fill at 6. Okay, so I have 2 order in right now, 6.35 and one at 6. And if those 2 trigger, then I would think about buying something in the 5. I like the risk reward down here, but it is my top pick of all the stock outside of Baba. Okay, so for me, Baba and MLCO are the 2 Chinese stock that I would throw some money in. That's it for today. Good luck, people. It's Friday. Let's end the week on a good note. Later.